What up, everybody? It's Azubuike with Edge Home Finance. This is your market update, and today we are talking about the current economic climate in our country and how it relates to the housing market. And my main goal in this video is to show you how potentially waiting to buy real estate could serve to be detrimental, could serve to be a detrimental cost. So I'm going to put up a graph and I'm going to try to make sense of what we're looking at here. So this graph shows us the debt to GDP ratio. This is the country's debt to gross domestic product, which you can think of as the total monetary or market value of all the finished goods and services produced within a country's borders. That's what GDP is. Ultimately, it's our product, right? It's what we put out with the money that we've borrowed. And this graph basically is how we measure our country's ability to make future payments on its debt. So when it's below 100%, that's a good thing. That means that we're able to cover our debt with what we're producing with the country's goods and services. It's covering our debt payments. If it's over 100%, that's not good. That signifies that we're producing a lower amount of what our debt is, and it basically means we can't afford our debt. So as you can see, there's no numbers under 100 here on this graph, at least for the years that we're looking at since 2012. And we recently spiked. In 2020, we went up to 128. Right now in 2022, we're at 130%. So this is not healthy. This is not a healthy economy. And long and short, this can't continue. So here's how it impacts potentially our real estate market, okay? There's a few things that can happen. I'm gonna talk about three things that can happen if the market gets to a point where we have to address these economic issues. Three things that it could potentially impact as far as real estate. Number one is the dollar continues devaluing and to the point where it actually defaults. Now, I don't see it actually defaulting because we are the US and on a global level, our currency is still important, but that would be the max version of the dollar devaluing. The second thing is hyperinflation. We're already seeing high levels of inflation, record levels, and hyperinflation is basically just an exaggeration of costs just continuing to go up through the roof. And that's going to ultimately impact real estate prices. The third thing is taxes increase. And that's, again, another way the government tries to help get more money to pay the deficit that it's owed. So in real estate, you want to think of real estate as one of the asset classes that is you really want to have ownership of real estate when the economy is going through this. Because number one, if you're owning your own place, you control your payment. Ideally, you're going to be in a fixed payment. You're not dealing with rental prices continuing to go up because of matching that inflation rate. And then you're also able to have tax benefits as far as what you can write off and tax deductions, things like that. But here's the biggest thing is, as I started out the video, the cost for waiting to potentially buy real estate is detrimental because the prices are going to continue to rise if we see an economic crash like this. Now, the crazy thing about a crash is most people think that it's going to make housing prices go down. Well, this type of economic scenario, we've never been in our country's history. So if we're going to experience a crash, it's likely going to be an economic crash or correction because of the issues that I just stated. And those reasons will make real estate go up in prices, making it harder to qualify for, harder to acquire, harder to find affordable payments. So that is potentially the cost of waiting. My advice is for anyone that's continuing to shop around, working with agents, you're wanting to buy a home, you're wanting to become an owner of a home, no matter if it's your first time, second time, third time doing it, you want to prioritize that. Continue the course because real estate is going to get harder to qualify for. It is going to get harder to qualify or acquire, and it is going to get more expensive. And when you own it, that's a good thing because now those values are now in your favor, not against you. So hopefully this was helpful information. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Happy to talk through this more and expand on these ideas and talk through them. But yeah, I hope you found this helpful. Till next time, take care and God bless. Thanks for watching. If you found any of the content helpful, please subscribe, hit the notifications icon so that you can be informed of the next video upload. See you soon.